The things that some of the people in this video say are absolutely insane, and people need to watch this video right now. But as I usually say, I'm not going to talk anymore, so let us get into the video.
Welcome to the first and a new video on Goosebumps. Today, I'm just a normal dude. I'm gonna find out what's gonna happen and what's going on with this whole feminism thing. And what better place would there be on the entire planet than Amsterdam on the Feminism March? So we're gonna ask some people what is going on and ask some interesting questions and hopefully get some interesting answers. What are we doing here today? Me. I'm just a curious dude, like I said. Not really.
What are you?
I'm Renzo. Nice to meet you. Blixa. So I'm wondering what rights are you fighting for, why you're here, or what, basically just a big why.
It's a Feminist Mar, so it's everything.
Everything.
Yeah, you can stand here for, I don't know, feminism, stop vagina tax, like...
Sorry? Vagina tax?
Vagina tax, you know, we have to pay for a tampon.
Vagina tax?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, we have to pay for our tampons and products.
Okay,
so stop that.
Fair enough. I get that.
Day by day, I encounter stupid video after stupid video after stupid video. The Feminist March is about fighting for whatever you want it to be. You've got to be kidding me. These people cannot be serious with the things that come out of their mouth. But as per usual, I'm surprised but not surprised at the same time. These people really have nothing better to do with their day than just to walk around in the street and do nothing and shout to the air and complain about nothing and how they're victims and how they have to pay for their tampons and female products. With how much feminists complain about all these things, you would think they would go out and build the products themselves and then figure out a way to be able to distribute it to all the women that they so much claim to care about. But no, they don't. What they do is complain about the people who actually go out to do the work, create the products, and actually distribute the product to other people, and complain about how they just want it for free.
Whatever you want to stand for, you can stand.
So I can stand here for bricks being green?
I mean, sure, if you want.
That seems odd. Wouldn't you think that's odd?
Yeah, sure, but if it's your standpoint, it is yours, and you should be proud of it.
Okay, so you can literally think anything, say anything, and people will be like, you go, girl.
Yeah.
That would delete all value from it, right?
No.
Why not? If you can literally say anything, there's only value in scarce things. That's the thing with supply and demand.
If you say bricks are green because feminism, sure.
It doesn't make any sense, does it?
No, it doesn't.
There's inequality for bricks. All men must die?
All men must die.
Why you want me dead?
I don't even know if I have any words for what I am seeing, because what is going on? The more and more I watch these types of videos, the more and more I understand why a certain group didn't have the right to vote. And a lot of people might come for me in the comments, but the more I see these videos, the more my brain tries to rationalize what I am seeing, because these people cannot be serious with the stupidity that they are saying. This woman literally has a sign saying all men must die, and she's saying it with a straight face, and people around think that's a normal thing. This right here, this video so far, we've only gone into 1 minute and 54 seconds of this video, is the definition of insanity.
Yeah.
You don't have any knives on you, right?
No, I'm not gonna kill them. I'm not gonna kill the men. They're going to abolish themselves in the end, eventually.
Why is that?
Well, because patriarchy, which is also a man-made thing.
You believe we live in a patriarchy?
I think so. You think you don't think so?
I don't think so anymore.
Oh, what do you think you're living in then?
Matriarchy, that's like the women thing, right?
Oh, are you for real? That's why
Women have more rights nowadays than men, maybe.
Okay, but that's why we still haven't had the president of the United States ever being a woman, and that's why men are still getting paid.
I'm not talking
more.
about the United States.
And that's why every
I'm talking about here.
Okay,
Right
well,
right now.
in the Netherlands, every other 8 days, a woman gets killed because of femicide.
You know what happens to men every now and then?
Tell me.
Well, men are told to be killed. I don't see any men here around here telling people like women should die.
This is maybe the first time that openly they are being told to be killed, and I think that that time will come.
What is feminism for you?
Feminism for me mostly is breaking free from specific gender norms that well, limits both men and women in, well, general life.
If you want to dress like a woman, just say that and be a man. And I know that's hard for your type to do, but be a man about it and just say that I like feminism so that I can dress like a woman and not be judged for it. If you guys have watched my videos, you might know what I'm about to say, but this person right here is the perfect description of what I say when I say they always have a certain look.
Men be like, you can't cry, or you have to always be at the gym. And for women, for example, you have to mostly work in like care industries, like being a nurse at certain hospitals. I just want people to be free to have their own choices. At the moment, that's very difficult because, well, besides just general cultural norms, we are also, in the economic space, we're also quite limited sometimes. Like, women are still, for example...
You say we, so you identify as a woman?
Not completely, but like...
So what do you identify as, if I may ask?
Not really much at the moment. Mostly men, some bit of women, but I don't care.
Send the asteroids, that's all I'm saying.
Figuring out, or... Okay. Yeah. How does that work, figuring out something like that?
It's mostly just trying to basically question the kinds of thoughts and ideas you have.
Okay, because I was born with a penis, and I figured I'm probably a dude, and I kind of stick to that, and I'm fine with that. But I guess it's not the same for some people.
Yeah, for some people it's like, okay, I was born with a penis. I hate that thing, and it feels weird to have it.
I don't actually think that this idea that we all have the freedom to do whatever we want or something actually really exists. I think there are real material factors which restrict that freedom. Like, for example, like working women like face heaps of violence against them, like both structural, systemic, and like in their relationships and stuff, and there's no proper societal support to fight against that violence because it's just not profitable.
Okay.
And you also see that people from like the LGBTQ community and stuff like that also face this violence very frequently. I've faced this violence.
What kind of violence, if I may ask?
For example, slurs levied against me, shouting, people telling me to get out of it. In like when I lived in Australia, I've had people say like, oh, I'll kill you if you keep talking to me like that, or something like that.
Like what?
This generation, unfortunately, is one of the most softest generations in all of humanity. These people want to complain about everything, and it makes no sense that people say they want to kill you if you keep talking to me like that. What's the context of the situation, or what happened in that situation? It doesn't make any sense. And people calling you slurs, get over it. It's just words. I don't know why you feel the need to come here to protest about people calling you certain words. Trust me, I have been in situations where I faced words, and I've also faced physical actions from other people and from groups of people because of my race, because they outwardly said that to me before I got jumped by a group of people. But as I say, I'm not a victim. I move forward and I'm doing pretty good with my life. I'm not like these people who complain about everything, and majority of them have not even experienced anything life-threatening. It's just all in their mind, and they all believe that they're being chased by the boogeyman of the ghost, and it's just all nonsense.
I was just being who I am, and they just sort of...
What is being who you are?
Just dressing in the way that I dress, like talking with my friends, hanging out with my friends, and they sort of got into a bit of an altercation with us, and then...
They didn't appreciate the way you dress or the way you... Okay. I'm against any violence. I think we should respect any people that dress any way they want,
Sure.
or whatever.
You can be against that violence, but saying that is just like sort of almost a non-statement without actually looking at the real material underlying factors for that violence and the system which perpetuates and shapes that violence.
The thing is, we teach people not to steal and be kind, but there's still dickheads out there in the world and stealing.
Yeah,
so
well,
there's a part on your own responsibility.
But why are they stealing?
Sorry?
I'm assuming you're talking about like petty theft, right? People stealing a phone, people stealing a
robbing banks, or any kind of violence, whatever. We also teach people not to rape, and of course there's people still going to be raping or making a fool out of anyone. So don't you think there's a part of your own responsibility too?
I feel as though you're acting as though it's a given that these things happen, but it's not a given that these things happen. There are real material underlying reasons and pressures for this happening.
Yeah.
Like someone who, for example, steals $20, right? Probably they need the $20. Probably it's because they're poor, or unemployed, or whatever, right? Yeah. So that's the reason, right? There's an underlying factor. So then you look at
there's a reason why they're poor.
Yeah.
Maybe they made a few very bad decisions.
that's kind of putting an individual responsibility.
Yeah, we all have individual responsibility, right?
I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to leave it there because this is just getting out of point. The conclusion that he came up to is actually laughable, because one minute he was saying that people were calling him slurs and it's because of the way I dress and me talking to my friends, and then the next minute he's trying to justify people stealing. Maybe the people who are insulting you, they had a reason for it. It might have been that they came from a poor background, so you can't blame them for doing it. According to your logic, there's a reason they're doing it, so it's not their fault that they called you slurs. You have to accept it because that's your ideology. Some people engage in theft because they have to engage in theft, and some people call you slurs because they have to, and it's not their fault. It's just what they grew up in and they have to say it to you. That's your ideology, and that's the ideology of these degenerate people. But anyway, that was another video, another reaction. As I usually say, if you guys enjoyed the video, like the video as much as possible, comment down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter at YinkaThatGuy, and I'm out.